Naomi! Could you hear us? I know.
What's his name?
Naomi Takai. Naomi, Mark's mom.
Naomi, get up here.
Come. She's like waving us off. Alright. Okay, well let's start.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? My name is Arlene Newman Van Asperen. I have someone very exciting I'd like to introduce you to. If you happen to have your flyer, this is the lovely lady that is on the cover. This is Stacy Hayashi. Woo! Stacy is the writer, producer, spent 15, 16, 17
now.
years on this wonderful movie based on a true story, which many of you obviously have heard of because you're here, called Go for Broke. And I'm going to turn it over to Stacy. She can give you some more information. But let's hear it for Stacy.
Thank you, Arlene. Not every day you get an introduction from the woman who portrays Eleanor Roosevelt. Thank you, Arlene. So thank you everyone for coming and to our little talk story on the stage here. I wanted to introduce some of the people who are supporting us and what and why. So this is Jim Kusukuma. He's with Rainbow Drive-In, and so we're at the booth over here, 610. I'm just gonna go down the line real quick, and then we'll just pass the mic. Yeah, and then this is Erick and Naomi Takai, Mark Takai's parents. We dedicated the movie to the late congressman because of all his support and what he did to tell and share the story of our vets. And over here on the end, we've got Patrick Brent. He's a retired Marine. He plays a mean guy. He plays a mean racist in the movie, but in real life, he's super sweet. And then Arlene Van Asperen, she plays Eleanor Roosevelt. So, let's see. Shall we start with... Let's start with background, and then we'll come around to the movie. So Jim, tell us about why Rainbows is involved.
Well, it's a long story actually, but Rainbows was involved because one day we got a call and said, hey, can you guys provide us some food for a movie shoot? Well, how many was it, 100 lunches or something? 200, I gave 200 lunches at least for the shoot, and you know that's the first time that I was aware that there was a movie being shot about the 442 and Go for Broke. So we helped him out, and then when we were wanting to take this movie out into the community, Stacy called us again because we have a foundation that was able to support showing the movie at the Blaisdale on Thursday, next week Thursday. And one of the reasons why we wanted to help out is because inside Family Secret, my father-in-law, Seiji Fuku, or some of you may know him as George, started Rainbow Drive-In. But he actually learned how to cook in the Army. He served in the 100th Battalion, and you know, unfortunately, I don't know right offhand what company he was with, but he did serve as a cook. So for those of you who have been in the service, if our food tastes familiar, it's because probably the recipes are similar to what he learned cooking for hundreds of people in his company during the Army. So anyway, he came back to Hawaii, started Rainbow Drive-In after apprenticing and opening a few other restaurants, and was fortunate enough to hit on a great location, have a great customer base, and that's how Rainbow Drive-In exists today. Another story is my father served in the 442, and I do know he was with Company Foxtrot, as we call it today, Company F, and he survived the war, came back, and told us many stories about his time in Europe and with the 442. So I grew up with those stories, and was very happy to be able to support Stacy and carry on these people's memories, or the memories of these people to the next generations. So that's how Rainbow Drive-In got involved in it, and we're really honored and pleased to be here to help present this film to Hawaii.
Then we have Erick and Naomi to cry.
Oh. Aloha. We're involved primarily because of our son Mark, and Mark has known Stacy for a long time, and one thing he did was help the film get a grant from the state of Hawaii that kind of kick-started it, you know, a while back. And Naomi and I have gotten involved for almost 3 years with the actual filming on site, and the biggest thing we did was that the scenes at Iolani Palace, and we had like about 400 cast members and a couple hundred volunteers that it took to do all the filming. And of course, we're extras in the movie, and we're in 2 scenes that you should be able to recognize us if you knew. Saw us before because the camera was kind of right in front of us. But Stacy is an amazing person that persevered all these years in coming up with the comic book and the movie, and the movie got her the filmmaker of the year in Hawaii last year. So the filming is really a lot more than I could have imagined. And it's a story, and it's not a documentary, it's a movie. So I think you'll like it. You should go and see it. Naomi?
Aloha, everybody. Aloha. Thank you. It's kind of late in the afternoon. I hope you don't fall asleep on us. But thank you so much for being here. Some of you have been here for, this morning till now. And we thank you so much for being here, supporting the senior fair. And I would like to applaud at this time Stacy Hayashi, who has been the film writer and the producer of Go For Broke. Stacy, 15 years.
17.
17 years. She worked on it for 17 years. Can you imagine? How old was I? Just graduated from high school. And she was on it. You know, she worked on, she persisted, and here it is. It's a Go For Broke movie. For those of you who have not seen the trailer, it's in our booth right here. There's a TV there, and you can look at the trailer. And it starts off with, I get so emotional when I talk about the movie because she's interviewed the veterans from the 442, the 100th Battalion, from the MIS, and it's their story that she is telling us in our generation. You'd be surprised in the following generations if this story was not told the way it is through a comic book. There's comic books at the booth that you can purchase. You can share it with the kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, if you've got any. Thank God for that. But if you would go and share those comic books with them, go to the movie next week, Thursday. It's going to be shown at the concert hall. On Thursday, there's 3 showings, 1 o'clock, 5:30, and 8 o'clock. And share that story with your children for the generations to come. And this is a story that we all want to share with you, to take it with you, take it home, take it to heart, take it home with you, to honor all of these veterans. The 442, the 100th Battalion, the MIS, you know, they were the most decorated, what would you say?
The most highly decorated unit in U.S. military history for its size and time in combat, to this day.
Some of us didn't know that. So they were the most decorated units in the military. Take this home with you, and we applaud them. We applaud the families who went through all what they did. You will see it in the movie, Go For Broke. Thank you.
Aloha. I can't hear you. Aloha. You know, the 442nd would say Banzai when they're wiping out those Germans. What's the name of that town? Fontaine?
Gruyere and Fontaine.
Fontaine. I remember weren't we there last week? By the way,
it's in
your
Buniland.
son would be proud of you. Look like an Italian there. My name's Patrick Brent, and I'm wearing my movie hat here. I played the Marine veteran, and I got the clearly dubious honor of yelling at Senator Daniel Inouye and a couple other people. And who here has seen Go For Broke?
Oh, well, the rest of you need to see it.
Wait a minute now. It's going to be on the 27th. Is it on Thursday the 27th? 3
It's coming
performances.
Thursday.
You can also purchase it on Vimeo.com. Right here. I want you to look in my eyes. Anybody who's not going to see that movie is in trouble with me. And I want you to, this is probably the most patriotic Hawaiian movie made in a generation. I don't even know that the 442nd, thanks to you, was the most decorated military unit in American history. 9,486 Purple Hearts. Many of those were for giving the ultimate sacrifice. Over 4,000 Bronze Stars, 21 Medals of Honor. Over 33,000 Japanese Americans served. They didn't think of themselves as Japanese. They were Americans. And our country, except for you, Eleanor, our country had a major embarrassment, and we corrected it when the 442nd started. And you know, in the military, as you know, Stacy's been working on this since she's in kindergarten. 17 years, right? And in the military, when somebody does something really superb, in the Navy and Marines, we always say, Bravo Zulu. Bravo Zulu, Miss Hayashi.
It's not just me. You know, really, hundreds, if not thousands of people helped to make this movie, and probably you too, because we got a grant from the state of Hawaii. So if you're a taxpayer, thank you, you helped to make this movie. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Eleanor.
Hi, I play Eleanor Roosevelt in the movie, and that was such a thrill for many reasons, but I really wanted to work on the movie because of Stacy. And I said to Stacy, she goes, well, there's mostly just men, Asian men parts.
And they're Japanese.
I said I could try to play an Asian man, but it might be a stretch. She said there is one part and you might be able to try for it. So I begged and pleaded and did everything I could, and I was really happy with the transformation. They actually put a wig on my head and pulled the hair through and spray painted it, and I had to do a lot of this with my neck. But the fun part about this movie is not only is the historical part of it, it's what, on a local level, what these men did on a national level, and how many
worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide, and how these men that were here in Hawaii just touched the world, and it's such an honor to be part of that. I got to talk to Sharky. And Sharky was telling me what it was like when he actually met Eleanor Roosevelt.
So Sharky Yoshitani, he's Bishop Yoshiaki Sharky Fujitani. So he actually has a cameo in the movie. He was part of the Hawaii Territorial Guard, and on December 7th, he was guarding that road between the palace and the library. So that's in the movie. He's played by Cole Horibe. He was on, some of you may recognize him from So You Think You Can Dance.